evening and welcome to Case Arena tonight in Frankfort, Indiana, as the Frankfort Hot Dogs look to tip off the IHSAA boys basketball season against county rival Clinton Prairie Gophers. Sean Walker, Joe Rook here this evening. Call to action for you in a partnership between Hot Dog TV and the ISC Sports Network. Joe, you played at Frankfort back in the day, a fellow Frankfort alumni like myself. You got to play in these rivalry games early on in your season. Tell me a little bit about what that was like and how special it was to go against county rival.
Well, it's a neat experience. You get the opportunity to play against a rival, the guys that you've grown up playing at the parks in the summertime that you play, and so you get to come out here at live action at Case Arena or at Clinton Prairie. It's a neat experience to play them, and good fan base for both schools. Come to support their team. It's a great experience. Looking forward to tonight's game. It's a good opportunity for both teams to get off on the right foot here on the first game.
For as long as I can remember, these two teams have always played each other to get the season started. You and I were talking before the broadcast, and Frankfort used to start their season against Harrison and then have Clinton Prairie second. But going back to 93-94, which is as far back in the record books as I could find, this is how both teams have started, and Frankfort has really owned that matchup over time against their counterparts in Clinton Prairie. As a matter of fact, it is a 4-25, where the Gophers have 4 wins to 25 losses against Frankfort.
Well, they've had some very competitive games amongst those victories for Frankfort. I mean, I don't think if you'd go back, there hasn't been too many very wide margins in those games. They've been very, very competitive over the years. Anytime Frankfort plays a county school, Frankfort's going to get their best shot from those county schools. They're coming in here. They're wanting to knock off the Dogs. So I anticipate a really highly spirited game tonight, Sean.
And you can always tell that, too, here in Case Arena, because you get a great turnout like we have here tonight. Fans have come out in the bunches on this night before Thanksgiving. I know all of our minds are on Turkey Day, but tonight it's got to be a little bit on basketball as both teams get set here with their introductions. We'll talk about the starting lineups here as well. For Clinton Prairie, they'll start tonight. It'll be junior Jonas Nip, the senior Garrett McGraw, another senior in Trevor Funk, sophomore Caden Davis, and senior Drew Blacker for the Gophers. On the other side for Frankfort will be the sophomore Doug Wood, senior Deacon Spencer, sophomore Kai Kirby, senior Riley Goodnight, and the sophomore, the 6'6", sensational sophomore, and Jay Strode. I'm interested in watching him play here this evening.
Absolutely. Jace kind of hit his stride towards the end of last year. Last few games and going into the tournament, he played very well, so anxious to see what he does this evening.
I'm glad you mentioned that. This is a Frankfort team that took it all the way to the sectional championship a year ago against Greencastle. However, their 3 main guns there in Spencer, Goodnight, and Strode that came back this season all kind of had some off nights in that championship game. They had some great nights leading up to it, but they looked to kind of build on that momentum they had going towards the end of last year. It's Funk and Strode in the middle jumping things up, and the Hot Dogs will control the tip here from the jump. Spencer with the ball, hounded by McGraw out top. This is a battle to watch up down low as Strode kind of muscles his way through, plays right through Blacker, and he's on the board.
Good, strong move by Strode. Got the ball both hands, made a quick move. Nice shot.
You know, something I was impressed watching Strode last year is the footwork, and now he's starting to add the strength and already has the height. All those tools are there to be one of the all-time greats here from Frankfort, just a sophomore. This one knocked out of bounds. It'll be Frankfort basketball.
Interesting to see how both teams get settled in here early, get their game plan established that they've talked about, who can set that up quickly and get off to a good start.
Spencer out top now for Frankfort, looks to Strode, they kick it outside. Wood looks corner that time, looking for Kirby. Ball deflected out of bounds.
Gopher starting out in a man-to-man.
Get it inside. Goodnight backs his opponent down. They find Strode. Frankfort will reset. Talking with Coach Van Dyne here for Frankfort, he mentioned how important it was for their offense, Joe, to play inside out. Really felt like that opens things up for them when they're able to be effective in the lane around the bucket, what it does for the three-point game.
I would agree with that. They want to get the ball inside and then go out, yes.
Beautiful shot on that end by Garrett McGraw. 3 from the corner. Up and no good. There's Goodnight crashing the glass. Leaves it a little short. Fight for the basketball. Everybody on the floor. Great hustle and intensity early on in this one.
You would expect to see that intensity throughout the game, Sean, yeah. Exactly what we talked about before the game started. The county rivals, they're going to leave it on the floor.
Frankfort will look to pick up pressure here full court now. McGraw and Funk look to get this one inbounds. It'll go to McGraw.
Kind of a token pressure right there, not heavy. Frankfort starting out in the man-to-man just as Clinton Prairie is.
Look for the screen here. Drive towards the baseline and foul with the body. It's going to be the first foul. Looks like they're going to get Goodnight for that one. Funkel inbound. Get it out top to Nip. Nip, 5'7" junior, averaged almost 5 points a game a year ago for these Gophers. You can see the intensity there, knowing that McGraw's a shooter, likes to shoot the three. They're definitely guarding all the way out.
Dogs did a good job getting out him on the three-point line.
Laying down low, and now Funk and Strode having words with each other. No love lost for these two teams. I'm sure, again,
they're just exchanging pleasantries for tomorrow, wanting to know what they expect to eat there tomorrow on Turkey Day. So, but nothing wrong with that. I mean, that shows a little heart for both guys wanting to get in there and play. And hey, I'm going to establish my game. This is what I expect to happen tonight.
The one thing I like from Strode, just a sophomore, not backing down from the senior.
No. He had to pay his dues last year as a freshman. He got knocked around a few games, but he learned a lot through his freshman year.
Strode first shot up, gets it to go. And you hear the fans erupting there. They're definitely behind the hot dogs in this one.
They saw that little confrontation there that you mentioned with him and the Clinton Prairie player.
This is one area the Dogs definitely would like to improve on this year, and that's their free throw shooting. Defensively, though, dialing up the intensity. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Gophers basketball. 3-2 early on here. First quarter action from Case Arena.
Interesting to see who can get settled in, get established what they want to do, their game plan, get the nerves out of the way, who can get things going in the direction that they practice.
Hustle here by Kirby, unable to keep it in. McGraw look to inbound now for the Gophers. Warning from the official, just telling them to knock it off, making sure they keep cooler heads. As you mentioned, though, you play at the park in the summer. Some of these guys will visit each other's open gyms.
Oh, absolutely.
They're well aware of.
Yeah, they know each other's games. They know what each other's trying to do.
They go down low. Funk, nice kick out. Nip, 3 on the way. Can't get it to go, and there's Strode with a rebound. Spencer looks to push. Well, I thought Kirby passed open a nice mid-range jump shot there.
He did. Passed just a little too hot in there for Strode to handle, but you're right. Kirby did have a nice open mid-range jump shot and passed that up.
Joe, that seems to be an area of the game that's just kind of evaporated over the years. It's either right at the rim or it's from the three-point line.
Exactly. The mid-range jump shot has kind of taken a back seat to the three-point shot.
Funk picks up his dribble. I'm needing some help. I'm going to get a 5-second call.
Nice denial defense there by Frankfort. Did a good job moving their feet, staying in front of their guys. Got the turnover.
We get our first time out of the game. It allows us to thank our sponsors. And tonight is a kind of a unique night. It's a mental health game brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. And we're here to talk about suicide prevention and mental health awareness. You see the graphic on your screen. Even with COVID-19, it's impacting mental health. Suicidal ideation increased by 460,000 people nationwide since the beginning of COVID-19. Make sure if you need help, you call the suicide prevention hotline. You see the number there on your screen, 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. I want to thank Healthy Communities of Clinton County. We did quite a few of these mental health games during the volleyball season and fall sports, and now highlighting again during the winter season here for basketball. And you never know who might need help. I mean, I got an article today. I was reading about Everson Griffin from the Vikings in there. I never saw the resolution from that situation. Hopefully, hopefully everything turns out well there.
Another turnover for the Gophers. Got them unofficially down for 3 turnovers here in the first 4 minutes of the game. As we mentioned, Sean, trying to get those nerves worked out.
3 too early. Both teams kind of in a feeling out period here. Defensively, both teams have definitely dialed it up early on.
I think Clinton Prairie come out this time and has gone into to zone defense, changing it up on Frankfort. See what they got here.
The drive, you're going to get the charge here. Nice job that time by Drew Blacker standing in and taking it. Drew's coming fresh off the football field out to the basketball court, so he's no stranger to contact.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though he was a quarterback, he's a good, solid, strong young man, and you're right, he's used to the contact.
McGraw will walk it up for the Gophers.
Frankfort staying in there man-to-man.
Tell you, Clinton Prairie continues to pick up their dribble early, though, and it's kind of costing them some opportunities here. Blacker secures it in the backcourt. Davis back out top. Jake McGraw, the freshman, checked in, the younger brother of Garrett McGraw. Long line of McGraw brothers that have come through Clinton Prairie.
Seems like they've been playing at Clinton Prairie for quite a number of years.
This shot up and no good. Tipped out. Strode secures it for Frankfort. Drive down the lane, contact, no whistle. Funk throws ahead to McGraw. McGraw, little contact, still no whistle. They're letting him play. And then Davis
could have had a couple calls on that individual play there, but Prairie stuck with it, got the basket.
Four-3 your score now. Gophers lead by 1. Goodnight been quiet so far here in the first quarter. The 3 let go that time by Kai Kirby. He knocks it down.
Good to see that sophomore knock down that 3-point shot, get him some confidence.
Young man that averaged 2 points a game a year ago, going to see a lot more playing time this year as a sophomore. Finds himself in the starting lineup. McGraw, nice pass to the baseline. Davis misses the shot, but he'll draw the foul.
Prairie did a nice job there. Frankfort being a little over-aggressive in their man-to-man defense, got around him, made a nice drive down the middle, and passed off again, an opportunity for 2 free throws here.
Caden Davis at the line was a year ago, shot 50% from the free throw line in limited varsity action. A little strong on his first attempt. Substitutions coming into the game as Jonas Nip comes back in. Looks like Quincy Perry will check in for the Hot Dogs as well, number 20. Davis gets 1 or 2 at the line. 6-5 your score. A little bit of a baseball feel to it with 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Spencer to the corner. They look inside to Strode. Inside outside game, 3 on the way. Just off the rim and secured by the Gophers. McGraw looks to push. Drive down the lane, hangs in the lane, he'll draw the foul. This may be on Strode. It will be. That's Strode's first foul.
McGraw did a nice job getting into the lane, drawing the contact, playing through that contact, and get an opportunity for 2 free throws. I'm sure Prairie would like to get Strode in some foul trouble.
Another good look at the replay there as he hung in the lane and got fouled that time. McGraw, one of the better free throw shooters a year ago for these Gophers, led them at 79%. And just like that, the broadcaster jinx causes it to miss, but Blacker there to clean things up.
Right place at the right time there for Blacker.
Spencer fires, he's off the mark. Hustle play, his body's hit the floor everywhere. Hot Dogs really working the ball around the perimeter. Spencer gets into the lane, kicks to the corner. Defensively knocked out of bounds that time by Nip.
I like the job of Deacon Spencer trying to get in the lane, create some opportunities for a teammate. I think he needs to do a little bit more of that. He has the capability and the quickness to get in the lane and create some problems for Clinton Prairie.
Notice that as Strode left the floor, they kind of spread that offense out and went 5 out.
Correct.
Been working it around. Goodnight looking for his first bucket. This shot goes.
Good job, Riley Goodnight, coming off, averaging a little over 17 points last year, knocking down his first 3-pointer of the year.
Goodnight's one that can fill it up, too. You get that confidence rolling. Trevor Funk will get his first 2. 10-9 Gophers. Hot Dogs on the attack. Goodnight lets it fire. This time misses everything. We're going to get a foul underneath the bucket this time. With a quick break in the action, let's thank one of our sponsors tonight in FiberHawk, now available. FiberHawk Fiber Internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering. Perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk.
See if Clinton Prairie will hold the ball for the last shot or if they'll work it around and take the first available opportunity they have.
We find Funk there. Just before the 5-second call. Spencer looking to come out and trap potentially. Inside, contact, shot up, no good. Strode back into the game for Frankfort. 3 seconds on the clock, and Spencer walked with it. He was trying to see where the clock was at.
Too many things going on there right towards the end of the quarter. As you mentioned there, he was looking around to see where the people were and what the clock had.
The Case Arena is kind of unique. I mean, obviously Deacon's played here for 4 years, but you've got the big scoreboard at the top of the arena, but they do have the lower scoreboards to be able to see the clock as well. Shot up, good if it goes, but it misses. Fantastic first quarter of action. Clinton Prairie leads this one by 1. We'll take a break, we'll step aside. When we come back, more basketball action on the ISC Sports Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Tonight's broadcast brought to us by Defining Looks Wig, Hair, and Nail Salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids and children with hair loss. Find them at defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. Second quarter action getting started.
Prairie picking up a little further out doing a little double team on Frankfort, trying to change up the defense.
Foul on Blacker that time, I believe. That'll be his first foul, team's second foul. Joe, are you surprised by the low-scoring first quarter?
No, not really. I think first game of the year, both teams, as you mentioned a couple times, feeling out each other. And as we mentioned earlier, you know, which team was going to get into their game, what they wanted to try to get accomplished tonight, which one was going to get into the game first. Both teams that first quarter were still kind of ragged, trying to get things settled in.
The Frankfort basketball.
Both teams, for the first game, I had them down for 3 turnovers each for Frankfort and Clinton Prairie. Both teams doing a decent job of taking care of the ball.
Especially with the hounding defense. I mean, it's been very active here tonight. Come out with a lot of energy. We've seen a handful of tie-ups as well.
Turnover there. So, but both teams are very aggressive with their hands, creating some difficult passing lanes and angles for both teams.
Jake McGraw with the basketball. Get it over to Garrett McGraw. Spencer with nice hands. Deacon Spencer on the run out. Gives it up. Layup good. And
nice pass by Deacon on that. I thought maybe he should have taken that himself, but made the right decision. Got it off to a teammate, an opportunity for a three-point play.
That'll send the sophomore Doug Wood to the free throw line. Young man who struggled from the free throw line a little bit last year, shot just 38%.
As you mentioned earlier, Sean, Frankfort as a team, I believe, shot 65% last year from the free throw line, so something they can work on for sure.
It's one of those areas where you want to be able to knock them down to closeout games, and you want to be able to score when the clock stopped and you're trying to get back into games. So
absolutely,
it's definitely an important part of basketball. Funk down the line, gets fouled here. Fouls on the floor.
Sixth-team foul on the Dogs. Clinton Prairie doing a good job creating some problems for Frankfort driving down the lane. Next opportunity will be a 1-and-1 on a foul for Frankfort.
Also got Goodnight for his second foul there, so he'll go to the bench for a little while. Obviously, Coach Van Dyne does not want Goodnight to pick up a third foul here before the half. Wood with it in the corner. Back out top to Deacon Spencer.
I was going to say, see if Frankfort can get it in. Ooh, nice block. Nice defense, Clinton Prairie.
Looked like it was open, but that closed very quickly.
Strode made a nice pass, but as you mentioned, Prairie closed quickly on that one.
McGraw in the lane, spin move. Unable to get it to go. Younger brother there to clean up the rebound. Three from the corner. Jake McGraw not afraid of the moment, the 6'1" freshman.
Knocking down Clinton Prairie's first three of the game.
Deacon Spencer answers on the other end. Back and forth action, 14-13. I never dreamed that I should have been tracking lead changes from the beginning of this one. We might end up with quite a few.
Nice to see both teams knock down those three-pointers, Sean. Maybe they're beginning to loosen up here.
Prairie will swing the basketball around the top of the key. Over gamble that time, leaves Blacker open. Shot doesn't fall. And now the foul on McGraw.
Clinton Prairie's doing a nice job moving the ball side to side, getting some good looks, making Frankfort move around quite a bit on the defensive side. So Gophers getting some good looks.
Number 23, Caden Davis, checks back in for Clinton Prairie. He'll match up with Strode. Perry puts it on the floor, a little floater, too strong.
Made a nice move. Just got to get under control with that little jump shot.
Davis fouled on the floor. Looks like Doug Wood will pick up the foul for Frankfort. The Gophers in the bonuses you talked about a minute ago.
Doing a good job moving that ball, getting an opportunity to go to the free throw line here, see if the Gophers can cash in on their one-on-one.
Nip comes back in. Blacker and the older McGraw will check out. Number 30, Lane Holliker, checks in for Frankfort as well, or for Clinton Prairie, excuse me. Missed opportunity there at the line. They throw it ahead to McGraw. Jake McGraw draws the foul. Spencer just out of position that time. I know he doesn't agree with it, but just a half step late, you think?
I thought McGraw did a fine job of heading to the basket, making Spencer have to commit to that play, and that was the right call by the official. He wasn't set.
So back to the line again. 18 fouls, still a one-on-one opportunity. The freshman gets that one to go. Joe, you may or may not know this, but the McGraw family obviously tied to the all-time leading scorer in Frankfort history, and Andy Foster. It's Andy Foster's sister's kids.
I did know that, yes. That was basketball runs true through the family on that one, doesn't it?
A little bit of cross here from the schools. Families and players from both teams that I'm a Frankfort alumni. My kids go to Clinton Prairie now.
Sure.
It's fun walking into the arena tonight, and I'm seeing a lot of the people that I went to school with, graduated with, or even younger, a little bit older, and now their kids are out here playing.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we mentioned earlier, nice crowd here this evening.
15-14. A little over 4 minutes before the half. Nip with it out top. Spins in the lane, shot up, a little too strong.
Nice move, just a little too wild on the shot there.
Drive through the lane that time for Kirby, puts it up with the left hand. He's got 5.
Good ball movement there by Frankfort on that, getting Kirby an opportunity to get in there and get a two-pointer. Nice drive, Kai Kirby.
Funk with it, picked up his dribble. McGraw there to help. Nice backdoor cut. Funk misses, secures his own rebound, back up and good.
Nice job, Trevor Funk, sticking with that. Made a nice move, missed the first one, got his rebound and put her back.
The zone defense from the Gophers.
Nice pass by Riley Goodnight into Perry. Perry needs to get both feet underneath him and go up strong.
17-16 your score. Substitutions for both teams. Taken away by McGraw. McGraw on the break. Shot up, left hand, gets it to go.
Nice drive.
Here, McGraw with 5 points. Gophers out to a 3-point lead. Goodnight hangs in the lane. Blacker that time with the foul.
Good to see Riley Goodnight from Frankfort standpoint to do that. Sometimes he kind of settles for the 3-point shot. Good to see him get in there, draw some contact, head to the lane. He's a football player. He's a strong young man. He needs to get in there and mix it up a little bit.
Goodnight from the line. Gets the first to drop. So 4 points now for Goodnight. It's a young man that can really fill it up. He had 17 last year in the season opener versus Clinton Prairie, but his season high, 34 versus Liberty Christian. Hit 7 threes in that one.
Got both of the free throws.
Now 5 points in the first half for Goodnight. Got to play smart on this end and not pick up that third foul.
That's a good point. To see if Clinton Prairie might try to get the ball, whoever's guarding him. Nice backdoor by Clinton Prairie.
McGraw has made the second quarter his, all 7 of his points here in the second. Excuse me, that's Garrett McGraw. Put it down for Jake. Still has 7 points, though.
We got the last name right. We did good on that.
(21-18) foul that time on number 30. One's on Holliker. Goodnight from the corner. 3 up, just short. Fight for it on the floor. Strode comes out with Frankfort. Goodnight on the follow.
Good job by Frankfort on the offensive board that time. Sticking with it with Strode, put it up. Goodnight following, cleaning her up.
It's a really nice 1-2 punch with Strode and Goodnight.
Like I said, I think they can get the ball inside and do some damage. Nice shot.
Garrett McGraw lets the 3 fly. And as I said, he's got 7 points in the quarter because he does now. That was just foreshadowing.
He is feeling his shot here in this quarter, Sean.
That trapping defense creates a turnover. Gophers with a 4-point lead. Minute and a half to go here before the half. Coach Chad Peckinpah in his 3rd year for Clinton Prairie. Jake McGraw misses a shot. Blacker going to be called for another foul here.
Blacker got a little push off there before getting a little head start for that rebound.
His second foul. Some substitutions now as Holliker comes out, McGraw comes out. They still got 6 players on the floor for the Gophers. They'll bring Blacker out as well. Another look here on this end. And a little ticky-tack there, but did push in the back just a little bit.
Not much contact, just enough. Bad thing was for the Clinton Prairie guy was the official was standing right there in front of him.
Strode at the line looking to cut into the lead, and he does. Now 2 for 3 on the night as Strode from the line. Second shot up and good as well.
Strode shooting 65% last year on the free throw line, knocking down both of those. Good sign for Frankfort to knock those free throws in.
Nip, little floater, one-handed, gets the roll. Shooter's touch.
Nice touch, as you say. Nip's first points of the evening.
Goodnight back out top. Good look by Spencer. Defense, though, collapsed once again.
Yep. Good idea by Spencer, but good hands by Clinton Prairie.
Another look. Kirby with it outside for the Hot Dogs. He'll find Perry. It's that 3-2 trapping zone.
That trapping defense has caused Frankfort some problems out on top here, creating another turnover there.
It is a Peckinpah family tradition to run that 3-2 sometimes goes into a 2-3.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hybrid. Sometimes it looks like a 2-1-2.
It's definitely making it's definitely making whatever zone they're playing. It's definitely making Frankfort think about it out on top and creating some problems for them.
I know with our coverage of McCutcheon Mavericks over the years and seeing Rick Peckinpah employ that defense, now we're seeing the younger Peckinpah do the same thing here at Clinton Prairie.
Gophers with a 4-point lead, 30 seconds here before halftime, looking like they're going to hold the ball for the last shot.
If you're Coach Peckinpah, probably a good decision, right, Joe? I mean,
absolutely, yeah.
Up 4 here in the half.
Take at least the minimal 4-point lead into halftime.
Down around 10 seconds now. Funk gets the screen from Blacker. They go corner. McGraw thought about the 3. Running out of real estate. And the clock will expire on the first half of action. But the Gophers lead Frankfort 26-22. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, second half action. Actually, halftime show first. We'll do that here on the ISC Sports Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey Boomer, are you coming to Frankfort December 4th? Are you excited? Can you show us what you're going to do at the show?
Wow.
Are we gonna fill up case? Are you gonna bring the energy? Who's gonna bring the energy?
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
The offensive source in this quarter. Prairie, hello, as the first
Still Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
We welcome you back to Frankfort High School, Case Arena, as the boys' basketball season gets kicked off here. It is a Wednesday night. It's the night before Thanksgiving, Joe. I am so looking forward to all those dishes. But first,
it is a good thing to look forward to for sure, and it's a great opportunity here for Frankfort Clinton Prairie to get going with their games this year, get their season underway. Took a little while for both teams to get settled in that first half, Sean. Prairie leading by 4 here at halftime, but interesting to see what the second half brings. Both teams got going there a little bit more in the second quarter. We're seeing some of the highlights here. Good thing there. There was as you might expect, the first game there was a lot of hands involved on the ball. Both teams trying to get settled down, getting their plays going, the passes where they need to be. So good to see what this second half will bring.
You know, we during that first half of action, as we watched, we saw both teams kind of make some adjustments. Frankfort started to pick up more full court and even a half court right as they crossed, started to trap, and we saw Clinton Prairie, picking up their dribble.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's something that they've got to make some adjustments for here in the second half. But Joe, we saw Frankfort struggle a little bit there towards the end when Prairie really settled into that zone.
I thought Clinton Prairie did a really nice job with that trapping zone defense that they put out there. Got their hands on a lot of balls, got turnovers. I had Frankfort down for 8 turnovers in the first half. They did a really nice job disrupting their offensive flow and keeping the big guy Strode, keeping the ball out of his hands in that first half.
Do you think that's one thing that Coach Van Dyne's talking about? Maybe he's trying to make some adjustments on the whiteboard at halftime?
I would think Frankfort, as you had said a couple of times, their offense, Frankfort would be wise to work inside out, try to get Strode as many touches as possible, get him going. And because, as you mentioned, he's got great footwork, get him the ball, and see what kind of damage he can do for the Hot Dogs.
26-22 your score here at the half as we take a look at our scoring totals there in the first half. Garrett McGraw leads all scorers for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. He's in double figures with 10. They also got contributions from his younger brother Jake, who has 5. 4 points for Trevor Funk, 3 for Caden Davis, 2 for Drew Blacker, and 2 for Jonas Nip. That rounds out your scoring for the Gophers. On the other side for the Hot Dogs, they're paced by Riley Goodnight. He had 7 in the first half. Strode had 5. Kai Kirby chipped in with 5. Deacon Spencer with 3, and Doug Wood with 2 for your Hot Dogs. So you're kind of seeing those names. I knew coming in, I was looking at Goodnight, I was looking at Spencer, I was looking at Strode. Those are the 3 top returning scorers coming back for Frankfort. On the other side for the Gophers, I knew Funk and McGraw would have to have a good night tonight. Funk's been a little slow, only 4 points so far, but yet his team's on top by 4.
Absolutely. Garrett McGraw, as you mentioned, 10 points in that first half, did a really nice job hitting some shots for the Gophers. His younger brother Jake came in, as you mentioned, as a freshman, put in 5 points there for the first half for Clinton Prairie. So good job by Clinton Prairie coming into Frankfort. 4-point lead here at halftime. Got the nerves out of the way early, got going, and be interesting to see what we have here in the second half, Sean.
Tonight is a mental health awareness game tonight, brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. And I want you to know that you can be a lifesaver. Educate yourself on the available resources for those suffering from mental health illness. I think something that I've learned through doing these games and this partnership with Healthy Communities of Clinton County is there are so many resources and ways. If you need help, you can communicate in a way that is comfortable for you. You can go online. You can text to talk. You can find a mental health provider and have in-person visits. You can do Zoom visits if you'd rather. You can call the suicide prevention hotline. Any which way that you can find help, make sure it's important. If you're not feeling okay, know that it's okay to feel that way, but make sure that you address that and get some help. You do not want a temporary problem to become a permanent solution.
Absolutely.
or have a permanent solution in place from a temporary problem.
Very well said, Sean. Very well said.
With that, we're going to take a break. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have second half action from Frankfort High School here on the ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog TV.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey Boomer, are you coming to Frankfort December 4th? Are you excited? Can you show us what you're going to do at the show?
Wow.
Are we gonna fill up case? Are you gonna bring the energy? Who's gonna bring the energy?
Great atmosphere here tonight at Case Arena. Sean Walker, Joe Rook calling the action for you in partnership with Hot Dog TV and the ISC Sports Network. Got a long list of games, not only from Frankfort High School this year in our partnership with Hot Dog TV, but games from all over the state of Indiana on the ISC Sports Network. Games going tonight.
Good job.
From the gym in Knightstown.
Good job. A lot of great high school basketball up this year, Sean. There'll be many good games. Everybody tune in. Watch your favorite team.
From one of the bigger gyms in the state of Indiana, Case Arena tonight, we also have a crew in Eminence. And a lot of people are going to go where?
Where the heck
But they
is
have
that?
a really cool, small, older gym in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's the Eels, the Eminence Eels. They're one of a handful independent small high schools that don't participate in conference. As Frankfort will look to cut into this 4-point lead here in the second half. Strode shot up, gets it to go.
I gotta believe Frankfort would like to do that a lot more in the second half, and maybe, as you mentioned there at halftime, something they talked about, get the ball into Strode, see what can happen.
26-24 now, a 2-point game. What was a very fast first half of action, and I felt like the 10 minutes at halftime even flew by, Joe.
Yeah. Interesting to see how this second half gets started. Clinton Prairie came out earlier, got warmed up, getting some shots. Frankfort in the locker room late, did not take any warm-up shots. See how that affects it, if it does.
Spencer's pass deflected and taken away by the Gophers. Nip bodied that time by Goodnight, and that'll be foul number 3. Officiating crew tonight, Rob Couch, Corbin Crouet, and Danny Pinelli.
Goodnight's got to be a little bit more aware. 2 fouls, stay away from that third foul, let that go.
Here's another look at it. So we get back to live action, a missed shot opportunity there from Clinton Prairie. And then Frankfort unforced turnover.
Had the Dogs down for 8 turnovers in the first half, picked up 2 more here quickly in the third quarter for a total of 10 so far. Frankfort sticking with their man-to-man as they did the entire first half.
Funk looks inside. This one deflected. The last touch by Kirby for the Hot Dogs.
Frankfort had an opportunity there to pick that up, went off the leg of Kirby. Prairie lucky they didn't get a turnover there.
A lot of basketball left to play in this season, obviously, with game number 1 kicking off here tonight. These Hot Dogs play in the Sagamore Conference, have for quite some time now. Crawfordsville, Danville, Lebanon, North Montgomery, Southmont, Tri-West, and Western Boone. You get a shot there from Funk inside. Gets it to go. He'll head to the line.
Nice spin move there by Funk. Picked up the contact, finished the play. Opportunity for a 3-point play for Clinton Prairie.
Be the 3rd foul on Doug Wood. Number 3 for the Hot Dogs. You saw him in the middle of your screen there momentarily. You know, Joe, one thing I noticed about conference play and sectional play, these Hot Dogs play, they have 4 conference opponents that are in their sectional 25.
That's kind of unusual, but yeah, they do. Almost have their sectional is almost a conference tournament.
You talk about it, it's when you play somebody twice in a year, it's hard to beat the same team twice.
Correct.
Blacker with a big block that time. Gophers heading the other way. Bodies all over the floor here tonight at Case Arena. As Nip gets a little runner to go from the baseline. And now Frankfort will take a timeout as Clinton Prairie has their biggest lead in the game. 31-24 your score. This timeout in our action will give us an opportunity to thank one of our sponsors here this evening. It'll be Ardente Dental. They offer high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our teams are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques. We look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you, but your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental, healthy smiles start here. What do you think Coach Van Dyne's saying in that huddle?
Well, I think we got the ball in, or Frankfort got the ball in there to Strode that last time. Got the ball blocked from behind. You know, he's played enough. He knows that, hey, you got people come flying at you from back like that. Give a little ball fake. But I still think he's still thinking, hey, you know, let's get the ball inside. Let's see what we can do. I think that's where we're going to get our money made tonight, is getting that ball inside for Frankfort, that is.
Gophers with a 7-point lead here in the third quarter. If you're Coach Chad Peckinpah, you got to be really happy with your defense.
Absolutely.
Recently.
I think Prairie's done a really nice job with their defense, getting Frankfort kind of out of sync, if you will.
It's one thing Coach preaches in practice is deflections and getting your hands in passing lanes. And they've done a nice job of that tonight. Here's another example.
Great example right there, yes. I think Frankfort's going to pick up a foul.
This one may go against 5 in Kai Kirby. Bodies everywhere.
I think Kirby's got 3 fouls. I think Frankfort now has 3 of their starters with 3 fouls. Goodnight, Wood, and Kirby.
So foul trouble could become a factor in this one. You get another whistle on the floor. It's been a very physical game tonight. We didn't have a ton of whistles necessarily in the first half.
Yeah.
But definitely starting to tighten it up.
Clinton Prairie's doing a nice job here, getting some fouls on Frankfort. That's 4 team fouls on Frankfort. Clinton Prairie yet to commit a foul yet here in the second half.
They called that one on Kirby, his 5th, so Kirby will sit. Perry comes back in to spell him. Turnover on the Gophers there, traveling violation.
Good defense. Deacon Spencer got up in the grill there of the Prairie player, created a turnover.
Frankfort now try to cut into this lead. Still trying to figure out those holes in the zone, and they throw that one away, trying to go over the top of the defense.
Yep. Prairie back into that zone. Still creating havoc for the Hot Dogs out on top.
Funk will walk it up, work the clock. They look inside to Blacker. Nice set play. McGraw can't get it to go. Goodnight comes out with the rebound for the Hot Dogs.
Good look by the Gophers, just didn't get it finished.
These transition opportunities huge for Frankfort here too before Prairie can set up their defense. Perry gets it to go.
Nice pass, Strode. Looking underneath there, cutting Perry to the basket.
Quincy with his first bucket on this season. Blacker with it now, being checked by Strode. Timeout, Coach Peckinpah. Gophers are going to take a timeout. We'll stay right here with you, and we'll thank another one of our sponsors. But without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you this wonderful coverage tonight. This one's Mulberry Telecommunications, where they offer services in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, and other communities in Clinton and Tippecanoe County. Want to find out if your neighborhood has Mintel fiber? Visit mintel.net. That's MINTEL.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. Five-point lead now for the visitors in Clinton Prairie. These two teams a season ago both won 12 games. The Gophers only participated in 19 games, obviously with the pandemic. There were some cancellations, there were some reschedules.
That was a strange year last year for sure. I'm sure both teams and coaches are kind of happy to get into some normalcy here.
Practices looked a lot different. The season looked a lot different. Funk spin move up, nice. Gets the bucket to go, and he'll go back to the line. So we talked at the half that he needed to get going, and he's turned it up here in the third.
Give Trevor credit there. Nice move, stuck with it. Good strong finish, got it up and in there. Opportunity for three-point play.
Lead back out to 7 for the Gophers. Substitution for Frankfort not listed on my roster. Let me see if I've got a master sheet here. As Funk gets the free throw to go.
Completes a three-point play.
34 is Victor Cruz.
First time for Victor to see some action this evening.
Another errant pass from the Hot Dogs. Gives the ball back to the Gophers in transition. Nip, strong drive and finish.
Nice drive. Jonas Nip took it right to Frankfort. Opening up a 36-26 lead for the Gophers.
I tell you, fired up as well. Timeout taken once again now in a 10-point lead. Just a reminder, tonight's game is a mental health game. I just want you to know that it's okay to ask for help. If you're not okay, again, ask for help. 60% of youth with depression do not receive any mental health treatment. It's okay to ask for help. There are hotlines, text programs, and apps available. You got this. The text, 741-741. Again, I want to thank Healthy Communities of Clinton County for everything they do, not just sponsoring our broadcast, but all the programs and initiatives they had, from mental health and really trying to drive the numbers down on teen pregnancy and all the differences they're making in the community. I want to thank them for their sponsorship and all that they do here in the community that we live in.
I second that. Very, very, very good job.
Coming out of the timeout here, Gophers with a 10-point lead. Really feels like the momentum's on their side. This crowd was a lot louder earlier,
yes,
Joe.
Yeah, Clinton Prairie has done a very nice job kind of establishing what they want to do. They have taken it to Frankfort here in the second half. Got their 10-point lead now, 36-26. Let's see what Frankfort's able to do.
Perry will look to bring it up now for Frankfort. Looks inside, throws it away. Jake McGraw, run out, scoop, shot, got it.
Jake McGraw, nice move.
7 points now for the freshman in his first varsity
He's done
action.
a very nice job for a freshman coming in here this evening.
Swing cross court to Perry. They look inside. Goodnight creates contact, finishes the shot.
I think Riley Goodnight could do that a few more times if they'd get the ball down to him. He has the capability to do that.
9 points now for Riley. Clinton Prairie being very patient on offense, looking to take some air out of the basketball. Going to be a foul against Frankfort.
Tough foul committed there by Deacon, that far away from the basket.
Just Deacon's second foul.
Yeah, no need to make a foul there.
You know, Joe, you look up at the scoreboard, though, and 16 fouls against Frankfort, 0 against Clinton Prairie.
I think that's telling a good tale for the Gophers. They're being very aggressive with the ball getting where they need it to, where they want it to be.
Shot up, no good. Good battle down low from Strode and Funk. Strode comes out with it.
But again, Clint Prairie got the ball where they wanted it underneath, just unable to finish.
Strode looks to back down Funk. Tries to split the double team in the lane. Shot up and good.
Strode, nice job, Jay Strode. He stuck with it. Got knocked around a little bit, able to finish.
Coach Peckinpah was looking for the travel that time, didn't get it. Goodnight playing good defense with his feet. One McGraw to the other. That shot blocked by Strode, but I think they got the foul with the body.
I think they did. Jace got to learn when he tries to block the shot here. I think you'll see when you take a swing like that, a lot of time the official's going to make that call against you. Just go straight up.
.38-30, just the second foul on Strode. But the 7th-team foul against the Hot Dogs. McGraw misses the free throw attempt. Just 1 of 3 from the line now tonight. Lane Holliker, Dave, and Caden Davis check back in for the Gophers. McGraw gets 1 of 2. Frankfort pushes very quickly up the floor. They look down low. Victor Cruz. Again, hands and deflections in passing lanes. McGraw, good pass. Jake McGraw up and in.
Prairie beginning to flex his muscles here a little bit, out to 11-point lead. Nice pass, Riley Goodnight.
Holliker went up that time against Strode, and I think same thing we saw on the other, and it's the swing of the arm.
Yes, yeah.
He gets the foul.
When you make a strong defensive play like that, take a swing at it, the officials most of the time are going to make a call on you.
First free throw attempts of the second half for Frankfort. Strode misses that one. .11-point lead for the Gophers. Coming in trying to shock the Hot Dogs at Case Arena. We talked about it. This is a matchup over time that has been owned by the Hot Dogs. They've played 29 times, Frankfort winning 25 of those since 1993. McGraw in the lane, gets it to go. 13 now for Garrett.
Garrett's doing a fine job of getting in the lane and creating a lot of problems for Frankfort.
Foul there, they're going to get Caden Davis more than likely. Just the first foul on Davis. Second team foul. For these Hot Dogs, they'll break here over Thanksgiving. And they'll get another home game against Western on December 4th. 7:30 start time, varsity action.
Frankfort did a nice job there on their inbound play, getting Victor Cruz going to the basket, get him the ball opportunity here for a couple free throws.
Cruz at the line, knocks down the first.
We saw Victor play in the JV game. For our viewers, Clint Prairie won the JV game 43-36 this evening.
Cruz gets both.
Nice job by Cruz sticking those 2 free throws in here. Let's see what happens with the Gophers. They're going to be patient and go for the last shot. I would think so.
Funk with it out top, being hounded defensively by Goodnight. Spencer on McGraw. Back out top to Funk. 20 seconds to go. Get this down around the 10-second mark. McGraw looks to attack. Looks inside. Nice hands by Cruz. Knocked away.
Again, number 4, Garrett McGraw, able to get inside the Frankfort's defense, create some problems for the Dogs.
Look inside, carried away. Got to get a shot up. McGraw lets it fly. They'll miss this opportunity. However, Clinton Prairie on top of Frankfort after 3, 43-33 your score. We'll be back with fourth quarter action on Hot Dog TV and the ISC Sports Network.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
The offensive source in this quarter. Prairie, hello, has the first down.
Smithson tracks it down, shot at the buzzer. Sideline, he cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
Tonight's game is on the ISC Sports Network. Stay connected to the ISC all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app stores. Watch all the games live or from the archives. The ISC Sports Network, local, lives here. Clinton Prairie starts out with the basketball here in the fourth quarter, and Funk finds 2 on their first possession.
Clinton Prairie doing a really nice job working that ball down in there, getting an excellent shot by Funk. They're doing a really nice job of getting the ball where they want here in the second half.
Good night out to Spencer. Back out top. Most open look Goodnight's had tonight and leaves it just short. But his opportunities really few and far and in between. Not a lot of field goal attempts tonight for Goodnight.
Goodnight, yeah. I don't know if the foul situation has him just a little bit out of sorts, but give Clinton Prairie credit too. I think they've done a nice job with Riley, trying to keep the ball out of his hands.
McGraw with it out top. Kai Kirby back in. He's got those 4 fouls. Spin move. McGraw looks down low. Good defense by Kirby.
One turnover there by McGraw that he hadn't done very often this evening.
Goodnight frustrated with himself. He clapped that time. He had that open look in the corner.
He's missed back-to-back 3-pointers where he's had good opportunity, good look at the shot, just hadn't gotten it down.
Third foul on Drew Blacker. Spencer to Strode. Good inbounds play.
Very nicely done.
Throw it up top to Strode. He gets the shot to go and draws the foul.
See if Frankfort will look to try to get Strode even more involved here in the fourth quarter as we're coming down. They're down 10 points trying to get it to 9. Got to believe they got to go to Strode a lot to try to break that Prairie lead.
Strode good from the line. 3-point play. Had a nice night here tonight. 13 points in the game. Got another whistle. That foul a moment ago was on Drew Blacker. He's got 4 now for Clinton Prairie. And Joe, we talked earlier, it was 6 fouls to nothing. Now you look up at the board, it's 8-5. It's kind of evened itself out here.
Kind of bouncing out a little bit. Tough foul there on Deacon, that far away from the basket. You want to play good defense, hound him a little bit, but no need to foul him that far away from the basket. Give Prairie an opportunity to score from the line.
McGraw knocks down the free throw. Now 3 of 5 from the line tonight is Garrett McGraw. I keep wanting to call him Merrick, but that was his older brother that graduated a few years ago. Now I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
Gets both to go this trip. Good night now, a handle for the Hot Dogs. Frankfort trails by 11. Another good look for Goodnight. Still just off here this evening. He got that first three to go early on.
He
missed
did.
his last three.
Had some good looks, just not able to convert.
This Gopher team, they'll face Sheridan on December 3rd. That's another matchup we'll have for you on the ISC Sports Network. Actually be a varsity doubleheader that night where we'll get the girls' varsity game first, followed by the boys. Prairie really running that high weave, trying to take some time off the clock. Good pass. Davis with the finish.
Prairie doing a very nice job of handling that ball out on top, getting exactly what they're looking for, what they want from their offense.
It's a Clinton Prairie team that a year ago graduated quite a bit of talent, quite a bit of players that played some playing time. They did return a few, but they had some newcomers. And Coach Peckinpah said, you know, it feels good in practice. I'm just not sure what we've got yet.
I've been impressed with Clinton Prairie tonight. They've done a very nice job. They've gotten the ball, I think, where they wanted to. They broke the defense down several times. They're handling the ball very well.
Been really impressed with the freshman Jake McGraw as well. He's been so composed out here tonight. Nip down low, gets his own rebound. Good night with the deflection. It'll stay Gophers basketball. 13-point lead.
Clinton Prairie has definitely been the aggressor and the more consistent here in the second half, building on their 26-22 lead that they had at halftime. So good job by Peckinpah and the Gophers.
We talked earlier about the Sagamore Conference and then having those four sectional opponents. For Clinton Prairie, they play in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. Only two of those opponents transfer over to their sectional, and that's Carroll and Rossville. Action going the other way, foul on the floor before the shot, so wave the shot off. The Gophers, a team that they've been looking for quite some time. They only have two sectional championships in school history for boys basketball, 1964, 1982. I was 3 years old the last time that they won one.
So what do you remember from that, Sean?
Not a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can tell you that Russ Doyle was on the team, and he's been on that bench for quite a few years as his assistant coach,
He has.
trying to help the program get to another title. And I would have to say this year, not having a Central Catholic in that sectional, not having some of those teams they've had in years past, they've got an opportunity at least.
That would definitely be a step in the right direction for them, yes.
Strode down low, good kick out Kirby from the corner, a little too strong. Run out the other way, Jake McGraw, they call him for the offensive foul. Doug Wood standing in.
Nice job by Wood. That's a bang play there. Those are always tough calls to make.
In the college game, the pro game, they have that little half moon circle out there, the restricted area.
That would have been close there for that one, wouldn't it?
They don't have that in high school.
No, that'd have been close. But I give Jake McGraw still a tip of the hat. He did the right thing. He had the ball out there, took it to the basket, trying to make a play.
I would say at this age, I like when they reward the defensive player for standing in. Goodnight gets a three to go. We'll see if that may start to warm him up a little bit here in the fourth. Lead back to 10.
Down 10 with now a little under 4 minutes to go. They're going to need to create some turnovers and make some stops here on the defensive end.
Defensively, you can tell they've picked up the pressure. Trap in the corner. You get a foul here on Deacon Spencer. That'll be his fourth foul.
Frankfort kind of bailing Clinton Prairie out on that there with that foul. They had him in a tough spot there in the corner. Deacon picked up his fourth foul.
Seems like the basketball always finds its way to the corner, Joe, and then That's like the worst place it could go.
Yeah, it does.
You've got both the sideline and the baseline as extra defenders.
The coach would tell you, get the ball in the corner like that, that's not a good place to be.
McGraw here in the fourth quarter, 3 for 3 from the line. Starting to really knock these down when they count. Pushes the lead back out to 11.
The senior showing his worth here, knocking those free throws down, building that lead for Clinton Prairie.
4 points here in the fourth quarter, all from the line. Yeah, 17 points in the game, so besting his last year average of 13. Blocked down low by Funk.
Funk has done a nice job there with Strode. He's created some problems for him this evening.
I was interested to see if that's how the Gophers would go defensively. Obviously, Funk has the most height for Clinton Prairie, going against the 6'6" Strode. Baseline, Davis runs out of real estate. Good recovery defensively by Frankfort. Here comes that trap, but we're going to get a timeout.
Good timeout there, Clinton Prairie. Things were getting a little tight on the defense, or the offensive out front there for them.
Just a reminder, tonight's game is a mental health game. A reminder that there is a text program. 60% of youth with depression do not receive any mental health treatment. There is a text program to help. You can text HELLO to 741-741, and someone will be there to assist you. Again, you can text HELLO to 741-741. You can call the suicide prevention hotline. There are resources out there. Use Google. Google is a great resource for finding anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Clinton Prairie continuing to take it to the Frankfort Hot Dogs here, leading 51-39 with 2:51 to go. And Sean, Prairie's led at all the stops. They've led in the first quarter, second, third quarter, so they have continually pushed that lead out to 12 points. So
saw a good look inside that huddle. Frankfort's basketball program, obviously led by Coach Nate Van Dyne. Got assistants in Eric Farley, Kurt Cantlin, Jacob Hickey, Tony Theophanis. Trying to build this Frankfort Hot Dog program back to prominence. Got to 12 wins a year ago, a winning season, finishing at 12-11. Got to a sectional championship game. Struggled a little bit here tonight in the season opener. This zone defense and matchup pressure from the Clinton Prairie Gophers.
Clinton Prairie is well schooled on this. I'm not going to call it a delay, but as I say that, they turn it over. But they've done a very nice job handling that ball, getting the ball where they need to.
Down low, and there's the defense again from the Gophers. And you know, the top side of that defense that time, it's almost like a rover in football, getting to play safety. It's kind of following the quarterback's eyes.
Correct.
Jake McGraw going to be fouled here.
Prairie's defense done a very nice job against Frankfort tonight. I have, for the second half on the turnovers, Frankfort, I have them down. That's another 8 turnovers for Frankfort. I have them for 16 turnovers now for the game.
Deacon Spencer, the senior, is fouled out now. That's his 5th foul this evening. Just 3 points in the game. He's one that struggled against the pressure a little bit here tonight. Averaged 10 points per game last season for these Hot Dogs. Had a season high of 22 versus Clinton Central.
I think the senior Deacon will bounce back, have some strong games for him. He needs to be the leader, guy who handled the ball. Did have some problems this evening, but Clinton Prairie did a nice job with him.
Frankfort under 2 minutes now. Time kind of running down on them. Kirby with a nice rebound, gets the shot up to go. 7 points now for Kai Kirby in the contest. McGraw trying to get out of the pressure. Funk now's got to get it across, and there's a turnover. Frankfort pushes ahead.
Trying to corral that hot potato.
Kirby passes up the mid-range, finds a three in the corner, and Doug Wood knocks it down. Frankfort says, hey, don't count us out just yet. Now a 9-point game.
9-point game with 1:14 to go. Frankfort needs to still create the turnovers. Give them some opportunities. It's going to be a tough road here with 1:14 to go, Sean. But again, I think Clinton Prairie's just done a really nice job tonight. I give them credit. They've handled the ball well, got the ball where they needed to be, broke down Frankfort's defense several times getting into the lane. So hats off to the Gophers for doing all that.
Big shot a moment ago from Doug Wood, the sophomore. He's got 5 points in the contest. Knocking down that three, getting into single digits. Now Frankfort's going to dial up this full court pressure to see if they can create another turnover. Jake McGraw gets it ahead to Nip. Across the timeline and a foul out top. And that's going to be Kai Kirby's 5th if they got it on number 5. Oh, they're going to give it on Strode here. That's his 3rd foul. I didn't even see Strode in that.
How do you sneak in or get a foul? Where was he?
I think he volunteered for that one.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep Kirby in the game. Missed free throw that time by Nip, leaving the door open. Cracked ever so slightly. Missed them both. Good night. Finds Strode. Down low, good look. Strode can't finish.
Man, nice pass, Riley. Good night. Just didn't get that knocked down.
Perry with the shot. Good night on the follow. Gets it up over the rim and gets it to fall. Riley Goodnight, as you alluded to, made a great pass.
Yeah.
But it's the hustle play that pays off at the end here.
Stick with it. Didn't give up on the play. Got it down to 53-46.
Now a 7-point game with 44 seconds to go. You know how it goes. As broadcasters, you think, hey, the game's over. We start to kind of talk about how well one team's playing, what the other team struggled with, and then all of a sudden, Frankfort says, not so fast, guys.
Got a feeling if Clinton Prairie can knock down their free throws, they'll be in good shape here. Got a feeling Frankfort's going to have to foul them to stop the clock, see if they can get the ball back quickly.
Go for the steal, obviously, Joe, but do you foul right away once they kind of get it across that half-court line?
I believe so, yes. That's another opportunity they're going to have for Frankfort.
7-point game. Blacker gets it in. Here comes the trap. McGraw runs out of real estate. A foul from behind that time, and this one's on Kirby, and that'll be number 5. Kirby will foul out tonight, the sophomore. 7 points in the contest. And a nice showing here for the sophomore. You know, last year they graduated Jade Ayers. Ayers left, averaged 11 points per contest. You kind of looked at some of these other players, like where are you going to get some of those points from? And Kai Kirby's one of those guys tonight that contributed for you.
Yes, he'll continue to improve it throughout the year, I feel.
Blacker missed the free throw. So this is a Gophers team that shot very well from the free throw line a year ago, 70% overall as a team. But they've missed their last 3. Blacker gets that one to go, and he's got 3 points in tonight's game. 8-point contest. They swing it, open shot, blocked there. Funk recovered. They look ahead to McGraw. Punched out from behind, foul called. It should be 4 on Doug Wood. I apologize. That's number 5. I missed one. Now the third player to foul out here for the Hot Dogs.
Well, I think with some of the players fouling out for Frankfort just goes to show how well Clinton Prairie has been aggressive with the basketball, Sean. They've get inside Frankfort's defense, got into the lane, created problems, and got some players in foul trouble for Frankfort.
You know, it was keys for both teams. Coach Van Dyne said we can't allow the Gophers to score around the bucket. And then for Coach Peckinpah, he said we can't settle for outside shots. We've got to attack the rim.
I think Clinton Prairie has done a nice job of that throughout the game.
McGraw gets both to go. 19 points in the contest for McGraw. Under 20 seconds to go now. Time running out for the Hot Dogs, trailing by 10. Foul on Cruz. And the freshman Jake McGraw head to the free throw line.
Gophers are going to come in here to Frankfort and get them a victory this evening.
The last time Clinton Prairie beat Frankfort in a season opener was in 2016.
2016.
They won it 62-59. McGraw with 12 points. Jake looking to add number 13, and he gets the roll over the front of the rim. A 12-point contest with 10 seconds to go. Good night. Let it fly. Foul called.
I'm sure that was not what Coach Peckinpah was looking for from Clinton Prairie's side. No need to make a foul, stop the clock, get this thing ran over for Clinton Prairie.
Good night, and McGraw still exchanging pleasantries down there on the floor. I like how you put that earlier to start the game. Good night knocks down the first. $15 in the contest now for Riley. Had 7 at the half. He's added 8 so far here in the second. This is his second free throw.
As we've mentioned a few times for Frankfort, it is to keep working on the free throws. Riley shot at 61% last year on his free throws.
Lane violation that time. Now with under 10 seconds, Funk will dribble out the clock. And the Gophers are going to get off to a 1-0 start on the season. They come into Frankfort, get their first victory here since 2016. 5 years in the making for this Gopher squad. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with our post-game show from Case Arena.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back one final time to Case Arena tonight. Sean Walker, Joe Rook here this evening where the Clinton Prairie Gophers come in to Case Arena and shock the Hot Dogs here 58-47, your final score. Joe, your final thoughts on this one?
Nice job, Clinton Prairie, to come in here, a place where they have not had a lot of success against Frankfort. Led at all 4 stops this evening, showing some of the highlights here. Was not a fluke by any means. Clinton Prairie took the game to Frankfort early, led throughout, and made the free throws coming down the stretch and won the game.
Joe, quite a few turnovers in the game. Both teams, it's pretty typical in game number 1 of the season. But defensively, the Clinton Prairie Gophers just seem to be really dialed in here in game number 1 on the season.
I think you said it exactly right. They were dialed in a little better than Frankfort was, created a lot of opportunities with their turnovers against Frankfort, and their zone did a really nice job getting Frankfort out of sync and never recovered that the Dogs did.
Goodnight led the Hot Dogs in scoring tonight with 15. Jay Strode chipped in 13. On the other side for Garrett McGraw, it was 19 points, 3 Gophers in double figures. Garrett McGraw, Jake McGraw chipped in with 13. Trevor Funk with 14. Your final tonight from Case Arena, 58-47. For Joe Ruck, I'm Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in. We hope you will join us next time.